to my channel. Today we will be speaking about how to make callout views, how to make callout details, and how to detail your section walls. So we're going to go to this section that we have made on the plan, and we want to detail this part of the wall on the section. So we want to go to view, callout, and we want to make a callout view there. Double click on the callout head, and this is what we have. So let's move that up a little bit, create just a bit of space there, just a bit of space there. Right. So now we want to create a section of a thickened slab foundation, which is what you see here. So let's put it there, and let's suppose that this is a non-bearing wall that is running in the middle of a wall, a room. Let's put the detail to fine, and let's put the scale to 1:20. And this is sort of the type of detail that we are seeing here. So the first thing I want to do is to remove the cut pattern that we see on the wall here, so that we can use a repeated brick edge going up. So you have two options. Either go here, actually you have several options. The first option is you go to edit type and you go to concrete, you remove the cut, you go there, you remove the cut pattern. So now you're left with nothing, is clear. You say okay, you say okay. Now it's gone. Now if you go back, the second option that you have is to type VV on your keyboard, go to walls, and on your cut lines and patterns, okay, you come on your cut patterns, you come there and you just click, you just untick the visible button and it will go. Click OK. The other option, if we go back, is to select this, right click, override graphics and view, and you have this, and you can do the same with the surface pattern and the cut pattern, and then it goes away. So now we want to have the line of the floor slab and the footing to be the same, going all there. Or rather, let's just have a seamless line going like that, without having any lines in between there and also these lines. So the first thing we want to do is to go to modify, click the join button, we select the wall. Okay, if it doesn't do that, it means they're already joined. So what you want to do is to hit the drop down menu, switch join order, select this and that, and there you have it right there. So this is the cut pattern of the floor finish, and that's the wall going in there. So now we want to get rid of this line. What you want to do here is to go on your line work, make sure that you have selected invisible line, and you select this line there. Actually, if you zoom into the drawing, you will realize that the line hasn't completely gone. There is one line which is gray, and this line that you see here, it's probably this, the line for the level head that you see there. So now it's gone. If you want to remove this line there, what we want to go is to, because when you select the invisible line, where is it, invisible line, it doesn't completely go. So what we want to go to do is to use the white line, which is this one. You select it twice and it goes. If you don't have the white line on your line work, go to Manage, Additional Settings, Line Style. You create a new line and you call it white line, right? The one that I had is there, and you just change the color to white, and there you have it. If you go to Modify your line work, you will see your line, your white line there. If I select this, it will apply that. So if you want to bring back that line there, you can either hit the back button, or you go to line work and you hit by category and it comes back. So now we want to have this line weight thickness to be the same, going around like that. Again, we are going to use line works. So the first thing that you want to do is to try out the thicknesses of the lines that are inbuilt to Revit. If they do not work, you have to create your own, just like you have created the white line. So here we will use the medium line like that, and everything seems to be on the same page. So now let's create a cut pattern for the floor. You go to Edit Type, Edit. For your floor, we want to go to Cut Pattern, which is on the foreground. Let's use the concrete. Hit okay, and that's about it. We want to see the same hatch type there, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna select that, go to Edit Type, Edit, and here what we are looking for is the sweep, because this is the sweep we have created, which you see there. Click the sweep and you will see a material type there, and we want to use the same concrete that we have used on our floor. So you can type in concrete there, you will see it there. Hit OK, OK, apply, OK. If it doesn't show, what you want to do is to remove the to return the cut pattern. Remember, cut pattern we didn't select, we unselected this. So if we bring it back, you're gonna see that. So now what we want to do, because we don't want to see the cut pattern of the wall, what we're gonna do is to go to the wall, Edit Type, Edit, go to the wall. On the cut pattern, we are going to hit none, and on the plaster as well, cut pattern, I'm gonna use none. Okay, okay, okay. So now it removes it there. So now for us to be able to put in the brick pattern in between there, we want to go to Annotate, Components, and we use Repeated Detail. You'll notice that there are a few options that are available for you to pick from. So we are going to use the brickwork in section, not in plan. So we're gonna say in section, click from there, you draw your bricks like that. In this case, we have a line for plaster that is running in between the wall, in either side of the wall. So what we want to do is to remove this line and to remove this line. So for this line, we can simply use the the invisible line or the white line. If it doesn't move, invisible line, and those two, you will notice that it's putting in the gray line. So what we want to do is to put in the white line like that. So they have gone. So that's option number one, if this is how you want your brick wall to be seen. But if you want the plaster to show, we're just gonna go back to this, and if this is how the wall will be built with the plaster on each side of the wall, it means that we are not supposed to see this line and this line. So now we are going to edit this repeated detail brickwork. For you to be able to do that, you go to family, you go to detail items, and I believe this is what we are looking for. So right click, edit, and there you have it. This is what we are looking for. So we're going to select this line, you delete it, select this, delete it, select this, delete it. If we put it back into our project, override with this, those lines should be leaving. So now these lines that you're seeing in between there, they are lines for the wall, not the detail item. We're going to go back to the line work again. Let's use the white line. Select that, and there you have it. You have your clean wall like that, which is what you want to see for your detail item. Right. If you want to change the hedge for that, again, you can go back here, select the profile, edit profile. Let's say we want to make it finer. So what we're gonna do is edit fill, and we're looking for import scale. So here we have 1. We want to make it half the size. So we're going to say 0,05. No, 0,5. We're looking for that. We say OK, it changes there. If we hit OK, move this out of the way. Immediately when I hit apply, it's going to change there. As you see, we hit OK, and we can bring it back this side, just as you see. Now, sometimes it will still remain as you had seen it previously before you changed it. So what you want to do as well is to go to manage materials, look for brick. Let's say this one, brick common. This is the same patch that is used there. We want to edit it and say 0.5, hit OK, hit OK, hit OK, and that's only when it changes. Now again, for detail items, you want the line weight to be a little bit different. For example, this one you want it to be a little bit faint, and for the slabs as well. So we are going to go to our materials again. On the brickwork, we want to change this color to this gray color. Hit OK, OK. It should be able to change. If it doesn't change, you'll try and change it from the side. You hit that. Yeah, you can just change that one alone, and you noticed it changed. If you bring it this side, you should be able to change. Now we are seeing a much more clearer detail there. We're going to do the same with the floors. Edit. change that to gray. Do the same with the floor finish, change that to gray, and there you have it. Now we want to do the same with the sweep. You select that, edit type, edit, we go to the we're gonna select the sweep, edit type, and we want to change it there. If this option doesn't show, probably it means that you haven't opened this, therefore you won't be able to select it there. So you want to open that, click sweep. On your materials, you come here and you can hit that again, say okay, 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 okay. Any changes as well. Now you are starting to get a much more clearer detail, finer detail. So now what we want to do as well is to put a lining underneath your slab for we want to put a lining underneath the slab for a sand blinding. So for this detail, we are going to use an annotative detail, and we're going to put a filled region. We are going to trace this line, and we're going to slice this in between. We're going to trim this, going to trim that. From there, we're going to offset it with 150 millimeters, let's say 100 millimeters. That'll be okay. And we're going to do that, close it there as well. We trim it, and there we have it. That's your sand blinding line. So now we want to edit the properties for this line. So we're gonna select it, edit type, going to duplicate it, call it sand blinding 100 millimeters. Hit OK. First of all, we want to change the color to the gray and change the pattern to sand, which is dense, right? First of all, you want to check if the scale of the sand will be appropriate for your detail. If that is appropriate, that's good for you. If it's not, you go back and you change the scale for the sand. You can say 0.7, for example, if that's what you're looking for. You test it out. If you're okay with that, you finish. And there you have it, right? After that, you want to put your layer for compacted fill. It's the same process again. Edit region, new region, you can draw that out like that. Close it here, close it there, and this one we're going to bring it this side and close it here. And there you have it. This is the layer for your compacted fill. You can do the same as well. Name it compacted fill and change the color to gray. And you can use this one for your compacted fill. First of all, we want to check if we are okay with the scale. If you are not, you can increase it or decrease it depending on what you are looking for. There. Let's say this is what you are looking for. That is perfect. Now we want to put in a layer for earth layer, which is the final layer that you want to show for your detail. We're going to make a rectangle like that, finish it, change the material, duplicate. Gonna name this earth layer, change it to gray as well, and look for an earth layer in your project. That's the scale I want. Let me check first. Let's see, that's what I want. Now your detail looks complete. But furthermore, if you want these lines to be gray, because at the moment they look a little bit too pronounced, you can edit that and change the line there. If you don't have a gray line, first of all, remember you need to make one. Let's say gray line, hit OK, change this to the same gray line, and that's okay. You select that, you change it to gray. Now it's looking much better. You do the same with this one, change it to gray. Perfect, that's what you have. After creating your detail, you want to annotate it. So for you to annotate, you come to Annotate and you can put a text, right? You can put a text and start annotating your layers, such as whatever they are. Let's say this is 15 millimeter plaster layer. Let's change this to small plaster layer. So the reason why that doesn't show is because it is cropped out by this. So the text is there, but it's still cropped out. The reason why this is showing, it is because we have selected it there. If I deselect this, the text will come. If I select this, it will go. So if you still want to keep some of the text outside, but you want to have this one showing, you just drag it outside and there you have it. If you want to change the this arrow, you can go to your edit type properties and change it there. You have a variety of different arrows that you can use. You have dots, you have triangles. So in this instance, you can use any type of marquee that you want for your text. If also you want to create your own arrowhead there, and the type of arrowhead that you want isn't any of the options that you have here, what you can do is to come to edit, to manage additional settings. You go to annotations and you choose your arrowheads. From here, it's going to open up this, whereby you can duplicate and say new arrowhead 1, and here you can choose if either you want it to be diagonal, arrow, heavy end, whatever you want. So let's say we want a loop and you want it to be 3 millimeters, and you say okay. You're not going to see any difference here, so what you need to do is to select the type, text, and come here and select the new arrowhead we have made. If you apply, you will see a loop. that's the loop that you have created. If you want it to be smaller or bigger, you can change it as you wish. After annotating all your drawings like that, you also want to dimension it. And let's say, for argument's sake, you want your dimension to be like that, and that, like that, and to the top of this line. If it doesn't snap to your line, what you need to do is to click this, say edit witness, come here and hit your, in this instance it's not sure, so we can move this aside and you have your dimensions going that way, and you will put it in a way that you best want for your project, or you can move it to the other side and have your dimensions like that. Sometimes, to cheat the system, I just come to Annotate and I create a line, let's say a thin line there, which you won't see, and I select the dimension, edit witness line, and I come, it will snap to that line that I have made. And there you have it, your lines. If you don't want these lines to be interfering with your detail, you can pull them back and forth like that. And that is a much more clearer looking detail. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to our next upcoming tutorials. Please like, share, comments, and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one. Cheers.